Are we recording now?
No. Are you going to do your countdown?
1, 2, 3.
Good job.
Hi everyone, this is Adkison from the public speaking class. This is my 5th and final speech.
Yay!
Yay! Here's my audience. To my right, hello, part of audience. And then the cameraman James. And then to my left, the rest of the audience. Hello, audience.
That's the good side.
Okay. In 2000, Budweiser started a series of commercials known as the Real American Heroes commercials. They had such men featured as Mr. Putt-Putt Golf Course Designer, Mr. Bowling Shoe Giver Outer Guy, and Mr. Really, Really, Really Bad Dancer. Even though we honor these men, there's actually a real American hero that I think is a little unsung. Today I would like you to join me in paying tribute to 7-time Tour de France winner Lance Armstrong for his determination and his bravery. First, we will talk about his determination. Lance became a professional athlete when he was only 16 years old. He became a professional triathlete for his home state of Texas, according to biography.com. And the following summer, he qualified for the 1990 Junior World Team and placed 11th in the triathlon. He realized, though, that he loved bicycling best, so he started to focus on that. He finished 2nd in the U.S. Olympic time trials in 1992, and he was favored to win the race in Barcelona. However, he actually didn't perform that well and actually ended up 14th, according to biography.com. This would be a little disconcerting for most people, considering you have such high expectations placed on you, but Lance pushed on, and in 1993, when he was only 21, he did his first ever Tour de France. He did really well, and he actually won one of the stages, but he fell behind and actually was about 62nd in the race, and so he actually decided to drop out, which is hard to believe after, we've heard so much about him. And for people that don't know, the Tour de France is a 3-week race that covers about 2,200 miles, according to Wikipedia. So can you imagine going that far on a bike? I can't.
No.
In the same year, even though he was upset about how the Tour de France went, he won his most important race yet to that date, the World Road Race Championship in Oslo. It was pouring rain the whole time. He actually crashed his bike twice, and he still won the race. He was the youngest person to ever win and only the 2nd American to ever win the race. In 1999, he won his first Tour de France and repeated the win in 2000. In August of 2000, he was actually hit by a car while he was bicycling in Spain, but luckily he wasn't injured too seriously and went on to win the Tour de France in 2001 and 2002. In 2003, during the 15th stage, he had a nasty bicycle crash, and I actually have pictures of that, if you guys want to look at that. Ooh.
Nifty handouts.
Yeah, but he went on to actually win the Tour de France again, even though he survived that horrible crash. What happened was he got caught up in someone's handbag strap and actually literally fell over his bike, and someone pretty much fell over him as well. And he won the Tour de France in 2004 and 2005. So we've seen his determination, but a shocking event early in his life would show his bravery. I'll let Lance explain in his own words. October 2nd, 1996, the day it all changed. The day I started never to take anything for granted. The day I learned to take charge of my life. It was the day I was diagnosed with cancer, according to bikebiz.com. He had stage 3 testicular cancer that had metastasized into his lungs and his brain. He was only given about a 40% chance of survival. And he tried a very risky chemotherapy treatment because the one they traditionally used for the cancer would have harmed his lungs. And being a bicyclist, he couldn't take that chance. So luckily he was cancer-free by February 1997. However, he kept saying that he was going to race competitively again, but no one really believed him because he was a cancer survivor. And actually, his team at the time, Cofidis, dropped him, dropped his contract, dropped his salary. So in 1997, he had no team supporting him, and he had no income.
Bad mistake, Cofidis.
According to biography.com. So, and when anyone would have given up, Lance had gotten so much out of surviving cancer, he's like, nope. I'm going to go do my own thing. So he got the United States UPS to sponsor him, and then he went on to win 7 Tour de France's. So, like you said, Cofidis made a bad mistake. In 1990, he was the leader from the start in his first Tour de France win, and he actually hit a record-breaking average speed of 25 miles per hour on a bike for the race. He's only the second American to ever win the Tour de France, and he's the first to win at the head of a largely American team. Another important thing he did was he started the Live Strong Foundation, which most people have seen the yellow bracelet, and that goes through cancer research. So he used a tragedy and turned it into something really positive, and it's really changed his life and the life of many others. In conclusion, what defines a hero? We talked about real American heroes in the beginning. I believe a hero does not know the meaning of the word quit. After being retired for a couple years recently, Lance actually returned to the Tour de France in 2009 at the age of 38, which most people give up professional bicycling by that time. And he went on to actually place third. He was only 5 minutes behind the first place winner, so he was the second oldest person to ever place in the top 3 in the Tour de France. So once again, he made a great achievement. Lance talks about quitting in the movie Dodgeball. When he's talking to one of the dodgeball contestants, he says, "Quit? You know, once I was thinking about quitting when I was diagnosed with brain, lung, and testicular cancer all at the same time. But with the love and support of my friends and family, I got back on the bike and I won the Tour de France 5 times in a row. But I'm sure you have a good reason to quit, so what are you dying from that's keeping you from the finals?" And that's it. Thank you.